Hello everybody, welcome back to day 12. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute glute growth workout. And so all you need for this workout is a resistance band if you have one at home. Always the option to intensify this work with any ankle weights or anything, but we are just going to be using a band today. Okay, we're going to get started in a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked right over those wrists. Those hips stacked right over those knees. We're going to take some flexion and extension. Inhale, drop that belly down, look up at the sky. Exhale, round that back, tuck that chin, press away from the mat. Inhale through the nose as the belly drops down. Exhale through the mouth as you round that spine. Do a couple more here. After this next exhale, meet me with a flat back. Tuck those toes under. We're going to push it back into a downward dog. Pedal out through those heels. Feel free to add some calf raises here as well. Just really stretching the calves and the hamstrings before we get into this glute work today. We're going to bring that right leg up to the sky. And then step it all the way through. Hands are still on the mat. Just gonna get a nice stretch through that left side. If this is too much, you can feel free to drop this knee. But if you can, just lift that left leg up. Then we're gonna rock forward and back a couple of times. Still breathing here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Rocking back and forth. Now you're going to keep that left hand on the mat, bring that right hand up for a little twist. Let's rotate up through that wrist in one direction, and then the other. Drop that right hand back down on the mat, step it back into that downward dog, pedal out a couple more times. And we're going to ground those heels again, bring that left leg up to the sky. Step it all the way through, hands on the mat. Nice stretch here. Again, you can feel free to drop that back leg if this is too intense for you. And then we're going to start to rock forward and back through this. Then come back forward. Keep that right hand grounded. Lift that left hand up to the sky. Circle out through that wrist in one direction. And then the opposite. And then we're going to bring it back down to the mat. Coming back into that downward dog one more time. Pedal it out. Set those knees down. Okay, now we're going to get into that work. Now we're going to start off with some bridging. So you just need to bring that band a couple inches above the knees. So right about here. If you don't have a band, no worries. You will still feel all of this work. All right, coming down to the mat. We're gonna bring our arms by our sides. We're just gonna start articulating through the spine, nice and slow. Lifting that low back, mid back, and upper back. And then articulating the spine back down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Pressing into that band already. Articulate nice and slow. Warming up the glutes. Lower back, mid back, upper back. And then articulate it back down. A couple more times here. Make sure you're breathing through it. Exhale as those hips lift. And then we're going to articulate it back down onto the mat. We're going to bring those arms along to the ceiling. Really make sure those heels are nice and grounded in. We're just going to be doing regular hip thrusts up and down with taking that articulation out this time. So just lift those hips up and then set them back down. Make sure your back isn't arching, so think about a slight pelvic tilt and getting those hips nice and high. Working against that band so your knees are not collapsing in. If you feel like your balance is off with your hands up overhead, you can just feel free to set them back down by your side, which will help with stability as you lift and lower those hips. You're going to meet me at the top, hips lifted in 3, 2, 1. Meet me with your hips lifted. We're just going to press against that band. Press, press, press. Hips are still nice and high. Lift them up 1 more inch. Press, press. Squeezing into that band. You're going to bring those legs back in 3, 2, 1. Don't set those hips down. We're going to lift and lower through those heels. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep those hips nice and high. Lift and lower. We take a combo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On 1, we work into that band and then we lift those heels. Press into that band and lift those heels. Great job, y'all. Warming up these glutes. I know it's already getting fiery. Stay in it. Hold those heels high in 3, 2, on 1. Hold those heels up. We pulse, pulse, pulse. From that highest point, see if you can get an inch deeper. Lifting those hips up higher every single time you pulse. Stay on those heels. We hold it high in 3, 2, 1. Just hold it high, just to hold here. And then we pulse into that band in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels still lifted, just pulse, 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 pulse. Burning it out. We set those hips down for a moment in 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock back and forth. Y'all are already killing it. And we're going to get into some single leg glute work now. Let's ground those heels back onto the mat. Make sure your heels are nice and grounded into the mat and that you're pressing into that resistance band. Hands can come back up to the sky if you took that progression. And we're just going to lift those hips up and then back down. Just getting comfortable in this glute bridge for now. And then we're going to layer on with some single leg work. We hold it up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. We lift and lower. Squeeze, ground that left heel into the mat. See how high you can get those hips. Try to keep that right leg nice and long, pointing to that toe. If you want to add on here, as the hips come up, we're going to bring our arms behind and then bring it back down. Getting a little bit of core engagement here with this arm work. You can always feel free to take it out. We hold it all high in 3, 2, 1. Hold everything high. We lower that leg with the flex foot. We lift it with the pointed toe. Lower and then lift. Lower and then lift. We're not here for long. Do not drop those hips. Relax that foot on the way down. Point it when you rise. Just bring that leg to meet your other leg. And then we just get back into those glute bridges. Get nice and comfortable. Again, I know we just burnt out that left side. We're going to do the same on the right. We're going to hold those hips high in 3, 2. Hold those hips high on 1. Pointing to the toe. Left leg is nice and long. We just lift and lower. Exhale as the hips come up. Stamping that right heel into the mat. Left toes are still pointed. We're going to add on with those leg sweeps in 3, 2, hold everything high on 1, sweep it down, point as you come back up. Flex the foot down. If you want to add those arms in, you can add it now. This time as the leg goes long, those arms go long. You set it down in 3, 2, 1. Keep those hips high. Just pulse, pulse, pulse it up. See if you can get those hips an inch higher every single time. Grounding into both heels. We set it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Bring those knees back into the chest. Rock back and forth. Little spinal massage. And then begin to rock forward and back until you come into a seated position. And we are going to lose this band for the next portion of class. So feel free to just take that off. All right. Standing it up. We're going to bring our legs nice and wide into a sumo squat position. Make sure your knees are in line with those toes. We're just going to start, bring those hands to the center. Drop it down, lift it back up. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you come back up. Now make sure your upper body is nice and lifted. Slight pelvic tuck so you're not arching back through that back. If you have a prop or a wall, you can feel free to incorporate that here and just press into it. If not, just use your hands. Actively press your hands into each other, keeping that upper body engaged. We hold it down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it down on 1. We just lift the right leg, lower, then we lift. Starting the right heel, keep going through it. Burning it out to the right side. Keep that heel nice and high. Don't drop it. We hold it low in 3, 2. Hold it low in 1. Drop that right heel. Lift that left heel. We lower, then we lift. Lower, then lift. Burning it out. Y'all are so strong. You can do this. Keep it going. Again, make sure you're nice and open to the upper body. Don't begin to lean forward too much as you get fatigued. We're going to pull it back down in 3, 2. Hold it down on 1. This time, lower left heel, lift the right heel. Pulses, alternating each heel. See if you can get that heel nice and high. Stay low. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. So I know you guys are. Stay in it. See if you can drop an inch lower. We hold it low. In 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. We lift both heels and we pulse, pulse, pulse. See if you can get those heels an inch higher. Breathe through it. We drop those heels in 3, 2, 1. Woo, stand it up. You can pound each side out real quick. And then we are going to do some of that again. It'll be a quicker version. This is the last time you'll see a sumo squat today, so just stay in it. All right, let's bring those legs back wide. Hands come to center. Press into those hands. Upper body engaged. We lower. And we lift those heels. And we drop them down. We lift and drop them. Getting into those glutes and inner thighs. Stay low. See if you can sink an inch deeper. We pull those heels down and just pulse. In 3, 2, on 1, hold the heels down, pulse, 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 stay strong. We stand it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Whew, feel free to bring one leg up and the other. Coming down to those glutes. And then we are going to come a long way on the mat. We're going to ground our right heel into the mat. Now sink nice and low. Bring that left leg long behind you on your toes. Leg forward and back. Staying nice and stable to that right heel. Getting into that right glute. Just bringing that left leg forward and back. Engaging that lower core. Slight pelvic tuck so you're not arching through that back. Hands come right in front of you. Stay low. So we're going to add in those arms in 3, 2, on 1, lift those arms as the leg goes out. Stay low in that right leg. Keep that head in line with the spine. Burning off this right glute. Stay in it. We hold everything out in 3, 2, hold everything out on 1, just hold, and then lift that left leg up. You can bring those hands back to heart center. Just balance on this leg. We just have pulses after this, and then we switch it out. We pulse in 3, 2, 1, pulse that leg, pulse, 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 find that balance. We're here for 3, 2, 1, drop that leg with control. Whew, you can pound out that right side. And now we're gonna get into that left leg, really ground that left heel, and sink everything down. Extend that right leg long behind you. Walk in and out, in and out. Again, making sure you have a slight pelvic tuck so you're not arching through that back. Sink a little deeper on that left leg if you can. Keep that head in line with the spine. We add in those arms in 3, 2, 1. Arms go long as the leg goes long. Sink a little deeper on that left leg if you can. Hold everything long in 3, 2, hold everything long on 1. We lift that leg up and bring that hand to heart center. Find that balance. Then pulse it out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. We set it down in 3, 2, 1. Set it down with control. Great job. All right, and we're gonna come back down onto the mat for the rest of the class. We are going to put that resistance band back on if you do have one. If not, you'll still feel the burn no matter what. So we're gonna come into a tabletop position, just like that warm up. We're gonna make sure that those shoulders are right over those wrists, those hips are right over those knees. We're gonna get started with the right leg. Extend the right leg long behind you. Toe is pointed, the leg is long. We wriggle the leg to the left, and then wriggle it back to the right. Keep that going. Try not to dump into that left side. Press a little bit harder into that right hand. Your hip should be so square that you could almost just lift that left hand off the mat and stay stable. Wriggle that leg. Taking that arch out of the back. We hold that leg behind us, long in 3, 2, hold it long behind us, straight in 1, then we lower the leg, then we lift it, we lower, and then lift. Keep pressing the ground away through that upper body, try not to sink down into those arms, lower, and lift. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg, lift that leg back up. Now we're gonna flex the foot as it comes in, point the toe as you bring it back out. Flex the foot as it comes in, point the toe as it goes back out. Bringing that leg into a little donkey kick position, and then extending it all the way back out. Breathe through it. Exhale as you bring that leg in. You drop that leg in 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg. We're going to give those wrists a little bit of a break, so we're going to come down to those forearms. We're going to flex that right foot and then bring it up to the ceiling with a 90-degree angle, donkey kicks. Bring it up and down. We just warmed that hamstring up. Now we're going to burn it out. We drop them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Make sure you stay nice and lifted through that upper body. Now we're going to take fire hydrants. I'm going to turn towards you just so you can see this movement clearly. So, still on those forearms, your legs are going to go, your right leg is going to come up to the side and then back in. Really press into that right forearm to try to keep those hips nice and squared so you're not dumping all the way over to the left. Engage that core. Try to get that leg up as high as you possibly can. Exhale as that leg goes up. Inhale as it comes back in. Three, 2, 1, drop it down. You can sit back into those heels. Just pound it out. You gotta get to that other side. Coming back up onto those hands. We're gonna get started extending that left leg out fully behind you. So make sure everything's nice and aligned, shoulders are over those wrists, that left leg in, and then all the way out, pointing to those toes. We wrinkle it over to the right, and then we wrinkle it back over to the left. Wrinkle it over to the right, and then the left. Make sure you keep those hips nice and square. Press into that left hand. You can almost just raise that right hand off of the mat. Nice long rainbow with the leg fully extended, pointing through the toes. Try not to arch to that back. Slight pelvic tuck. Stay nice and lifted through the upper body. We hold that leg long behind you in 3, 2, 1. Hold it long behind you. We lower the leg. And we lift. We lower and lift. Lower and lift. Point through that toe still. Leg is nice and long. We drop the leg down for a moment. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Reset. Press away from the ground. Stay lifted to the upper body. We're going to extend that left leg back out long. And then we flex the foot as we bring it in. Point the toes, we extend it back out. Flex the foot as we bring it in. Point the toes, we extend it back out. Warming up that hamstring, that lower glute, before we come down to those forearms for those donkey kicks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the leg, giving those wrists a break. Come down to those forearms. Make sure you're not arching to that back. Flex that left foot. We stay at the ceiling, the leg is at a 90-degree angle. We're going all the way up, and then down. Bring it up, and down. Exhale as the leg goes up. Inhale as it comes back in. Keep that foot flexed. See if you can get an inch higher on these last few. We drop it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. And then we have those fire hydrants next. So you're bringing that left leg out to the side. We bring it out in 3, 2, 1. Bring that left leg out and then back in. To keep from dumping into that right leg, press as hard as you can into that left forearm. You got this. See how high you can get that leg. Try to get an inch higher every time that leg goes out. Exhale as the leg comes out. Inhale as it comes back in. We drop that leg in 3, 2, 1. Great job. Set it back and pound out through those glutes. Okay, we're going to rock forward and get a little bit of core work with this glute work today. So we're going to come into a plank position. Keep that band on. So walk it out to a plank. Make sure those shoulders are right over those wrists. And we're going to lift that left leg, set it back down, and then lift that right leg up. Alternating back and forth. Try to have a nice flat back. Burning that core out as you burn these legs out. Work against that band. Set this leg back down after this last one. Bring those legs into a Pilates knee. We press it back, then we rock it forward. We Press it back and rock it forward. We're gonna add on in 3, 2, on. When we hold it, press against that band, then rock it forward. Send it back, rock it forward, heels together, toes apart. We set it down in 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Great job. I'm gonna start in a tabletop position again. Taking some cat-cows just to start. Inhale, drop that belly down. Exhale, round everything away. Hopefully that spine feels nice and warmed up. You feel more flexible than you did when we started this workout. Inhale with the nose. Exhale with the mouth. Then we're going to come to a seated position. Bring your legs in front of you. Bring them a little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to drop those knees to the right and then drop them over to the left. Drop them over to the right and then back over to the left. Still breathing here as your body's cooling down. Hold those legs back center in 3, 2, 1. Hold them back center. Bring those legs to hip distance apart. Set that right foot over that left knee. And you can just rock it back and forth. Ooh, that feels good. Little figure 4 stretch seated. This should feel real nice after 30 minutes of intense glute work, lots of pulses. And then we set that right foot down, and then bring that left foot over that right knee, and then rock it back and forth. If rocking back and forth is too intense for you as well, you can just keep that figure 4 stretch right here in the center, maybe roll out your ankles. But if you can, rock back and forth, stretching that glute. Y'all absolutely killed it. Be proud of yourself for sticking through this 30-minute glute burnout. You bring that leg back down. And then just bring your legs together. We're just gonna do a couple of head rolls in one direction. And then reverse the direction. And then on this next roll, just bring your head back center, and we are done. Thank you so much for joining me on this glute burnout today. Again, my name is Lexi. So happy to have you here on this challenge with us, and I hope you enjoy tomorrow's workout.